A very good morning to my computer students. So we were doing chapter 15, so now we'll be doing the practical part of it. So let us start it. So we'll be doing program now to create a connectivity between the Python and MySQL database. Okay, so for that, firstly we'll be writing an import statement to import package. Which package we'll need? MySQL dot connector. Okay, and I'm renaming it as S. Okay, it's your choice whether you want to rename a particular package or not, because we have to use this name multiple times. So instead of using this long name, I have just renamed it as S. Okay, now we need a connection object, so I'm taking name of connection object as M. Okay, what this connection object will do, it will check whether the connection has been done properly between the Python and MySQL or not. For that, I need this library, so I will not be using MySQL.connector name, but I'll be using S. So through this S dot connect function, we'll be able to create connection. Okay, we have discussed in the previous video that this connect function takes up 4 parameters. First is host. Okay, and then the value of this host will be localhost. Why it will be localhost? Because we are not using multiple clients under a server. Okay, we are using our laptop only, so it will be localhost. Then you will write the next parameter, that is database. Okay, the database that you want to use, that is actually existing previously inside your MySQL. Okay, so I was having a database ABC, so I have written that. Next is your user parameter. Third parameter is your user. You will write it root. When you are using your own laptop, generally the name is root. Okay, next parameter is password. So this parameter will be passed value of that will be a password of MySQL. Okay, in my case it is 1111, so I have written that. Okay, so once we have given command to create a connection with the database ABC, okay, this connect function will check the connectivity. Okay, and this will return a result either 0 or 1. If the connection has been established, it will return 1. If it is not established, then it will return 0 to M. What is M? M is my connection object. Fine. Next is, now we are going to check whether this connection has been successfully created or not. For that, we are using a if statement, and using this connection object, I am going to check it. Along with it, I'll be attaching a connection is connected function that will check my connectivity if it is properly done or not. So if it is not done, so it will print an error message. Okay, so F the false should be written in capital always, otherwise it will not work. And don't forget to put this colon at the end of any of the if statement you have written. Okay, you can see the indentation that it is taking if you are writing if statement. See, if you forget to write this colon and then you press enter, then it will not take the indentation by itself, but we want that indentation should come, so we should remember always that this colon has to be put after every if statement. Okay, so if the connection is, see, if M contains 0, so M dot connected, false is always given value 0. So if 0, if it is not connected, so it will return 0. 0 is equals to 0. Okay, that means the connection has not been established. So what should be printed? It should be printed error connecting your database. Okay, so we are printing error in connect connecting to database. Fine. But if the connection has been established properly, then what we want next, we want to create a cursor object using the cursor function that will help us to fetch the data that is present inside the MySQL database. Okay, so for that I'm taking another object, that is C. Okay, with the help of this C, that is your cursor object. Okay, C is your cursor object, one was your connection object M, and another is your cursor object C. Okay, so with the help of this connection object, what we are trying to do, we are going to create a cursor that will fetch the data from the MySQL database. Okay, so this cursor object will fetch the data that connectivity object will provide to the cursor. Okay, and this way will be able to fetch the data. So whatever data has been fetched by this connection object C, we want to execute it. For that we will be writing C dot execute. Okay, C dot execute, and then we can write whatever query we want to execute. Show tables. Okay, fine. And see what I'm trying to do, actually initially we have created a connection with the database ABC that was already existing in my MySQL database, and then I am trying to check what all tables are existing inside this database. Okay, the same checking I have done in MySQL also. You can see use ABC, this command we have been using every time when we are using this MySQL. So once the ABC get opened, then we can write show tables command to see all the tables that are existing. Okay, the two tables are there in my ABC database. One is the student, another one is the student 2. Okay, so let us continue. We want these two table name should be printed when we are running this particular program. So let us see how it works. So there were two values, na? So for getting those two values printed, we must have a for loop. Okay, to print different values in Python. Okay, so we'll be writing C in C. Why C? Because this is my cursor object that will keep on indicating the next data that is available. Okay, so using this print statement, we will print the names of table. Okay, so when we are running it, before that I must save it. I'll give another name to it. Save. So my program is saved now. So we should run it, clicking on this run button and then pressing the F5. So you can see it has printed the names of table as there were in MySQL student and student 2. Okay, so these two tables are existing here. So for further what we need to do, we'll write further commands. So before moving further, I just want to delete this code. Now we don't need this information. We have seen that two tables are there, so we'll use a different name to create table. Okay, student and student 2 are existing. So now let us learn how to create a new table inside your database through Python. Okay, so we should write again the c.execute command. Fine, c.execute command, then we will write command to create table inside our Python that will be created ultimately in your MySQL. So create table, student 1, let us say we are creating. Then what all fields we want to have, like I want SID, integer type, fine. Then I want another field name, varchar I am taking, fine, and the size also to be defined. Next field I want percent, fine, percent, and the data type float. Okay, so better mind it, this double quotes you are not forgetting to add, and then closing it. Okay, double quotes, this actually this bracket is for this, and this double quote we have put against the starting of the query that we have done inside c.execute function. Okay, this particular double quotes we have ended there, and this bracket we have ended in last. So be very careful, otherwise your program will not run. Okay, so I hope you are getting my point, where what I want to say, what you all need to take care of: one bracket, then double quotes, and then a bracket. That will be fine. Okay, so now our table would have been created. Now we want to see whether our table has been created or not. Again, then we will write execute function. Again we'll write show tables. And then we need to put for loop again, so that we may check whether our new table has been created in the database or not. See, no extra spaces you should give, otherwise it will give you error. Okay, fine beta. So we need to save, and then we will run it. So here's your answer. So now our table student 1 has been created. Initially there were two tables, student and student 2. Now another table we have added to it, student 1. Okay, now let us go back and start the program again. So we are now sure that this table has been created. Now we'll try to insert the data inside it. So beta, you should not use the same command while running again and again, because this table has been created now. Now if again we will run with the same commands, create table, so it will give you error, because student 1 table has already been created in the database. So again if this command will be running, so it will show you error how it can create that again a same table with the same name. So it is totally wrong. So again we need to delete it, because table has been created. Now further we want to insert data. So how to insert data? Again the same command as we were using in your MySQL. So insert into student, fine, and we where we want to add on, in SID we want to add, then name we want to add, then percent we want to add on, then we will be writing values. Okay, then after that you need to put brackets. Now beta, we have read yesterday the parameterized queries, and the format I told you that we need to put it like this. Okay, why this? To replace it SID's value here. Okay, so let me complete it, then I'll re-explain you again. This again I am putting for name. Why I am putting this comma, inverted comma, single inverted comma? Because the value, next value is your string type value. So for writing string we must use the single quotes. Okay, then next is yours again curly brackets for third one, that is for percentage. Okay, then you will close the this brackets, round brackets, and then put a double quotes, then write dot format. Okay, now you will pass on the values that you wanted to give. So for SID, student ID, it is 1, let us say. Fine. Comma, like if you want to give value Ram, single quotes, Ram. Fine. Comma, then percentage he has scored, let us say he has scored 90%. Fine. Another bracket has to be closed. One is for this closing and this one is for the starting closing. Okay, so let us save it. Similarly, we can add many more commands. So let me copy this particular line. Okay, copy, and then I'll paste it 3-4 times so that I may duplicate the same. Let me see it has been pasted properly or not. It has not pasted it properly. I need to invert it back. Copy, and then again paste it, then enter, then paste it, then enter, then paste it, then enter, then paste it. So now I'll be changing the data inside it. Otherwise we need to write the same line again and again. Let us say his name is this and percentage he has scored this, SID is this, let us say the name is Sham. Okay, and let us say percentage is 97. Again make it 4 and let us make it Ram. Percentage, let me make it 95 and fine, 98. So we have entered number of data, 5 data entries we have done. Okay, now what we need to do, we need to commit it, means we need to save it using the commit command. Okay, so this function we need to write. After that, now we want to see all the entries whether they have been successfully entered or not. For that we'll be writing c dot execute. Okay, and then we will write the command how to see the entries that you have already entered. For that, select command, select star from student. Actually the name of the database we have created was student1. Okay, by mistake I have not written 1 here, so let me make it correct, otherwise it will give me an error. This student already it was created. Fine, and before closing it we must write a double quotes also. Okay, you see the color of the bracket has changed. Before that it was green, now it is black. Okay, so after that we want all these values to get printed. Okay, for that again we need a for loop for I in C. Okay, and then we'll write a print statement to print all these values. Then we will be writing I and then enter. So we want to see the values till we have done. Okay, for that what we will be doing, we'll be saving the program and then we will run it. So on running we have got the same data that we have entered. Okay, we just entered this. So if you want to check it in MySQL, what we need to write, select star from student 1. So you can see the same table has been created here in student 1. First name Ram 98, then Rama, Sham, Ramu and Rajiv, the same percentage. So in this way we can say our connectivity has been done properly. Okay, if we further want to add more commands to it, then we can. What else we can do? We can update. Okay, so now this table already contains this data. So again if we'll run it, the same tables, same fields will get added again. I don't want that to happen. So I'm just removing it. Fine. Okay, now what we will do, we will use update command. So update student 1, right? Update student 1, set percent. Okay, then curly brackets we are putting, is equals to also required first, then curly brackets, then we will put a condition where SID is equals to, see here we are trying to put two values that will be supplying in our format function. So double quotes close dot format. Okay, and here we will pass these two values for percent also and for SID also. So what I'm trying to say ki if the percentage is 98, okay, set percentage 98, rather I'll say 88, okay, for SID 2. Okay, so by mistake I put this, it should not be there in format. Double यहाँ पे will be writing the name of the, roll number of the student ID of the student. Okay, let us say 2. So for student ID 2, what I want that the percentage should be changed. Earlier it was, you can check it from here, for roll number 2 the percentage is 96, but now what we want to do it, we want to make it 88. Okay, so we will save it again and then we will run it. Save and then we will run it. So you can see the percentage has been changed here. Okay, so if you want to check it, so you need to write again the same commands and select star, and you can see that the percentage is also changed in the MySQL. Fine, I hope it is clear. Initially it was 96, I have shown you, but now it has been modified up to 88. I hope this concept is clear. Okay, now we can put another condition. So this was like update command. Okay, now what I want to do, I just want to put a condition. So I'll do modification in it only. No need to write it completely again. So I'm writing select star from student1, okay, and then we will put where this percent I'm putting greater than, okay. Now whatever value I say ki it should be greater than this, I must write it here. I say if the percentage is greater than 98, I just want to have names, all those students whose percentage is greater than 98, okay. So for that you need to save this command and to run it. So on running we'll get this output beta. So I hope the concept is clear to you all, okay. So there we end our session for today. Do practice this practical, because we have to prepare this practically in our practical file also, working with the SQL statements and making connectivity with the Python, okay. Thank you so much.